Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from ShouldIGetIt.com, and lately, actually in the last month, I've acquired 3 new lenses. The Tamron 70-200 G2. This is the lens that I made a video about a couple months ago when I rented it. I said it was so good, I wish I bought it. Well, now I bought it. And I also got the Tamron 35mm f1.8. Let me see if this camera will focus on it. There we go. I love this lens. I actually did a shoot with it yesterday. I'll be uploading a full behind the scenes and review of this lens pretty soon. But the lens I'm actually most excited about for video, and the cheapest lens, and the only on-brand lens that I bought, is in this box. And it's going on the camera I'm filming with right now. It's going on to the Canon SL2, and it is the Canon 10-18 f4.5 to 5.6, I think. Let's open it. Tons of packing peanuts, and it's gonna make a mess. Do you see how well packaged this is? I bought this lens for $175 on eBay, and I was worried about the packaging, but nope, it looks pretty good. There's just some blood on it from my finger. Sorry about that. Alright, well here it is. It is pretty tiny. It's super lightweight, definitely made of plastic. It's got the tiniest little zoom range, but I bought this specifically for videos that I'm going to be filming on the Canon SL2. I've been filming all my videos so far with the 24mm f2.8. It's the only Canon lens that I own, except for now the 10-18. But you guys saw my review on the 24mm 2.8. I love the lens, even for portrait photography. It's kind of like a 35mm, so it's very similar to this setup on a full frame camera. But I'll show you guys why I'm really interested in this lens, and it's mostly for video. I'll probably never take a single photo with this, but let's slap it on and see how much wider the frame gets in 3, 2, 1. So now we are at 10mm, and whoa, I look much darker, but also so much wider. Woo! Got all this room because we're no longer stuck to 24mm, which is fairly wide. I mean, it's the same thing as a 35mm lens on a full frame body, but I am way too dark because this lens is f4.5 to 5.6. So I'm just gonna tap on the screen here, change my ISO. ISO 400 is too much, that's 800. Let's go to ISO 200. I think that looks all right. Let me know what you guys think. But my favorite thing about this lens is since it's so wide, 1, I can get way more in the frame, but 2, I can now film in way more locations with this camera. So I can probably film in a car. From the VW GTI, yeah, we can fit. This is only arm length. Imagine if I had it mounted somewhere up here with a 3 suction mount. Definitely works. Back to you. Wait, actually, no. Let's try in a smaller car. Tiny 1991 Mazda Miata. Can we film in it? Yeah, and we could even do some POV shots like this. Look, I could drive with this, and it'd still fit. Clutch, steering wheel lock, shift. Woo! All right, Ben, back to you. Yep, yeah, can definitely film in a car. That's awesome. And I can finally film in my office, not just the studio part right here, so I can give you guys some more advanced tutorials and walk you through things like how I reach out to my clients for which photos they want edited and proofing and all that type of stuff. So let's move in there. I'll set up some lights and we'll go to the office, shall we? Alright guys, so now we are in my office space, and as you can see, I'm actually editing a little montage right now that I filmed with the 10-18mm lens. So what I'm going to do is just grab this microphone right here and record a voiceover for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about when it comes to how wide this lens is and how smooth it is with the image stabilization. Some things you might not want to film or photograph with this lens. I also took my trusty iPhone 7 Plus and filmed some of the same shots on this at 1080p 60 frames and did the same thing on the camera, so you can see just how insanely wide this lens really is. So without further ado, let's hop into the voiceover and a little bit of montage intro action for you guys right here. So there's a lot of good things that I can say about this lens. At 10mm, is it absolutely phenomenal. It is really smooth when you do stabilization in Final Cut Pro or Adobe Premiere. And being at 10mm with stabilization, it's just going to be smooth overall. Now, a couple of things: you won't get a super blurry background because of course it's not an f2.8 or an f1.8, and there's some shots you don't want to do, like reveals like this where the lens is so close that you see it in the reflection of the car. But here we can take a look versus the iPhone 7 Plus on the 1X lens, which is about a 28mm equivalent, and you can see we see so much more to the left and right of the bridge in this shot right here. Yeah, the Canon is a little bit overexposed. I just didn't have my settings set up right, so the iPhone looks better, but as you can see from the same exact spot, when I have the iPhone right on top of the lens, you can see way more of my leg, way more of the car and the road with the 10mm lens. And then when we turn it around to the landscape view, you can see that if you were to shoot landscape photos on this lens, it would be absolutely fantastic. Even at 18mm, it's still pretty wide. You can get an entire car or two in the shot. Really quick, we did stop at the world famous Alice's restaurant in Woodside, California. If you haven't been there, you should definitely drive the roads and eat there. But you can see for car videos, you can film from down low, do some closer shots, and then you can lift it above your head and get some great shots like this of Masha practicing driving stick on my Miata. Also, those POV shots we talked about earlier, you can see right here, one-handed filming, safe one-handed driving, I promise, and it looks pretty cool and actually sounds good as well. And from the passenger seat, even in a small car like the Miata, you can get the entire driver, shift knob, radio, the whole 9 yards pretty much with the background, which is really cool. I honestly enjoyed just getting some footage of myself driving this car because I've never had that. As you can see, again, with stabilizer, it looks pretty good. And sitting on the cliffside, as I mentioned earlier, right there with just arm length, I'm 5'8", you can get a pretty wide shot with you in the background and it works really well. But warning, if you sit on the dirt like that, your jeans will get ruined, which kind of sucks. But anyways, so wide, I love it, but the sound quality from just the built-in mic is really awful. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. I will be launching a new video next Tuesday. If you have any tutorial or review requests, leave them in the comment down below, a little doobly-doo. And if you have an Instagram account you want me to check out, just comment it and I will go do that. Follow me at @acarphotographer and @benrepresentphotography. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know if the lighting's too dark out here. I think it's good, just like that. Peace.